Calling your events, big, small, massive and not, Cape Town is the place to do it.
Pakistan needs 69 more to make it very interesting, so that will be like time to mount.
Coming to go after the Brazils, only one bird, beyond Mulder.
So Pakistan would be looking at that figure of 69 and making sure that they get over that first massive hurdle, because that'll eat into time. That'll also switch South Africa just a little bit, and this is a very good partnership in the making. Both experienced, both can do the job, Rizwan and Salman, but they have to see off the second new ball.
Jan Mulder bowling for the first time today. 5 overs last night, 9 for 16. We were in the build-up this morning. The deficit was 208. Still significant. Shan Masood managing to string together some useful partnerships. Two new batters at the crease. South Africa will feel buoyed. That deficit, they've kept chipping away.
He needs to find some sideways movement, otherwise at that pace it'll be easy to negotiate this threat from Mulder. Pakistan need to continue to accumulate these singles. Just staying at the crease without much ado will sort of, yeah, I mean, it is needed, but runs are also critical. Like middle order or tail-enders will have to then carve out a strategy to further make it tough for South Africa. I think they need every ounce of batting from the tail.
The way he did, loved the way he batted, his temperament, just the energy that he provided to his bat.
If he doesn't move, it's okay, but if he's moving, then you have to stop.
Some disturbances. Rizwan. Security guard just having to get out of the eye line. Either sit down. Just don't move.
It's always a bit amusing, isn't it, when you think of some of the South screens around the world, Lords in particular, where the final's going to be, probably got the smallest South screen in the game, and there's ones with massive South screens that players still want people to sit down wide of them. That interruption nearly drags it onto stumps.
Back up here.
He'll bat like this, Rizwan. There's always an opportunity for the opposition to nab him, but it's the way he bats. Busy at the crease, he'll keep on punching and poking and getting runs. Doesn't look convincing all the time, but he's got a method, and usually it works.
If you had chopped that onto the stumps, there might have been a few South Africans running past him going, don't worry about the South screen, just concentrate on the red kookaburra.
There are lots of talk yesterday. Will South Africa enforce the follow-on or not? Some said, oh, they'd come out to bat. Had to go up to the coach this morning and I said, any second thoughts on enforcing the follow-on? He said, not at all. Who said we'd bat again? And I said, there were some thoughts about that. He said, with the lead over 400, they had to enforce the follow-on. Had Pakistan batted better in the first innings, the lead was only about 280, they probably would have batted again. He backs his team that Pakistan end up getting a lead. 3-5-6 for 5 at the moment. They trail by 65. He's comfortable that whatever's put on the board, they will be able to chase that down. But Rami set up a delicious little situation here that could work in Pakistan's favor.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to think like that if you're looking from Pakistani perspective. That's 65 more runs to make South Africa bat again. So the first target is to get over that line and then take it from there. And so if this partnership can add another 65, 5 wickets in hand and a plus score, day 5 surface, and day 5 surface has its own mechanics, dynamics. So you start playing the surface instead of the ball, and the situation can get to any team irrespective of how well you performed in the first innings. Tone of a fight back has been set up by Babar and Shan Masood, so I think that's a sort of good environment to be in the dugout. Good wave to make wave.
Yeah, that opening stand has really given Pakistan hope. It's been a remarkable fight back after they were made to follow on. Mohammad Rizwan, if he can get settled here, this partnership is 27 from 46. And that's the partnership we're talking about, 205. Have a look, some really good partnerships there, 51 between Saad Shakil and Shan Masood. But if this partnership can kick on, as they knock off the deficit, make South Africa bat again.
With the way the field has been spread out, I think South Africans do not really mind the rotation of strike. I think they're pretty keen for Pakistan to field the ball on the bat and look for runs, look for singles. And Pakistan would happily take this. 3 slips and a gully now for the right-hander. The deep point comes in, so slight adjustment in the field, but overall there are vacant areas for this pair to milk the ones.
Definitely seems to be bowling a little bit more round on Marco Jansen in this spell that we've seen with the second new ball. We're very interested to maybe see some release points on where he's operating from, because he is getting the ball to shape back nicely. As you just always get that feeling with the height that he bowls from, and with the hard new ball, there's always that delivery where it doesn't shape and just goes across the left-hander and takes the edge and heads towards the slip cordon.
Kesha Maharaj talking about good old-fashioned test match cricket this morning in his interview with Pommy Mbangwa. From that heart-stopping Centurion test to this, it's been a big slog for the bowlers.
I think this is fantastic though in the development of this team. It's a relatively young side and they haven't been asked to really grind out wickets on surfaces which have been proven a bit more difficult to get them on. I think of Kabeja in the second innings against Sri Lanka, where they had to fight hard and came through that little test. And as you go through your career and as a team goes through their careers, there's always those reference points of something a coach can say, do you remember when we played in Cape Town against Pakistan and we had to fight hard?
What about from Pakistan's perspective? Where is this team in the